The common good isn't just the title of a book, it's a concept that sits at the heart of human society. In a series of insightful interviews with David Barsamian of Alternative Radio, renowned scholar Noam Chomsky explores the various facets of this idea, dissecting its meaning, its importance, and the forces that threaten it. Through their discussions, Chomsky and Barsamian invite us to critically examine the world around us and consider our roles in shaping a more just and equitable future. For Chomsky, the common good is not some abstract utopian ideal. Instead, it is a practical and necessary foundation for a just and equitable society. He believes that the common good is rooted in the idea that every individual, regardless of their background, deserves to have their basic needs met and their rights respected. This concept is not just about individual well-being, but about the health and stability of the entire community. When we prioritize the common good, we create a society where everyone can contribute to and benefit from collective progress. It's about ensuring basic human rights and opportunities for everyone. This means that every child should have access to quality education that prepares them for a successful future. It means that healthcare should be a right, not a privilege, so that no one has to suffer or die because they cannot afford medical treatment. It means that everyone should have the opportunity to engage in meaningful work that provides a living wage and a sense of purpose. And it means that we must protect our environment so that future generations can enjoy a healthy and sustainable world. This includes access to quality education, healthcare, meaningful work, and a healthy environment. Education is the cornerstone of a thriving society, and it should be available to all regardless of socioeconomic status. Healthcare is a fundamental human right, and everyone should have access to the care they need. Meaningful work is essential for personal fulfillment and economic stability, and it should be accessible to all who seek it. A healthy environment is crucial for our well-being, and we must take collective action to protect it from harm. Chomsky argues that a society that prioritizes the common good is one where everyone has the chance to thrive, regardless of their background or circumstances. This means creating systems and structures that support the most vulnerable members of our society, including the poor, the elderly, and those with disabilities. It means fostering a sense of community and solidarity where people come together to support one another and work towards common goals. It means recognizing that our fates are interconnected and that we all benefit when everyone has the opportunity to succeed. He stresses that a society that neglects the needs of its most vulnerable members ultimately harms everyone. When we fail to address poverty, inequality, and injustice, we create a society that is less stable, less healthy, and less prosperous. Neglecting the needs of the vulnerable leads to social unrest, economic instability, and a breakdown of trust and cooperation. By contrast, when we invest in the well-being of all members of our society, we create a stronger, more resilient community that can weather challenges and thrive in the long term. Chomsky emphasizes that achieving the common good requires collective action and a willingness to challenge systems and structures that perpetuate inequality. This means advocating for policies that promote social and economic justice, such as fair wages, affordable housing, and access to healthcare. It means holding those in power accountable and demanding that they act in the best interests of the people rather than catering to the interests of the wealthy and powerful. It means building movements and coalitions that can drive change and create a more just and equitable society. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and working together to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. This requires empathy, compassion, and a commitment to justice. It means seeing the value in every person and understanding that we are all connected. By working together, we can build a society that reflects our highest ideals and ensures that everyone has the chance to live a fulfilling and dignified life. Chomsky and Barsamian delve into the complex relationship between democracy and the common good. They explore how democratic ideals are often touted as the foundation of a just society where every individual has a voice and the opportunity to influence the direction of their community and country. Chomsky acknowledges the importance of democratic principles like free speech, a free press, and the right to vote. These elements are crucial for ensuring that citizens can express their opinions, access diverse information, and participate in the electoral process. The act of voting is often seen as the pinnacle of democratic participation, a moment where the collective will of the people is expressed through the ballot box. However, he also cautions that true democracy requires more than just these formal mechanisms. It demands active and continuous engagement from its citizens beyond just casting a vote every few years. Chomsky argues that concentrated wealth and power pose significant threats to genuine democracy. When a small elite holds disproportionate influence over economic and political decisions, the interests of the majority can be sidelined. He highlights how powerful interests can manipulate public opinion, influence elections, and shape policy in their favor. This manipulation often occurs through control of the media, funding of political campaigns, and lobbying efforts. These actions can undermine the democratic process, making it difficult for ordinary citizens to have their voices heard and their needs addressed. Often, the policies shaped by these powerful interests are at the expense of the common good. Issues like environmental protection, social justice, and economic equality can be neglected in favor of corporate profits and political gain. He stresses the need for active citizen engagement, informed debate, and a vigilant defense of democratic values. This means staying informed about issues, participating in public discussions, and holding leaders accountable. To ensure that government truly serves the people, it is essential for citizens to be proactive in defending their rights and advocating for policies that benefit the broader community. Only through such sustained efforts can the promises of democracy be realized and its pitfalls avoided. Economic power, a threat to the common good. The concentration of economic power in the hands of a few has long been a subject of intense debate and concern. This issue is not just about numbers and statistics, it has real-world implications that affect the lives of millions of people around the globe. When wealth and power are concentrated, it creates a significant imbalance that can lead to a host of societal problems. Chomsky is deeply critical of the concentration of economic power in the hands of a few. He believes that this concentration is not merely an economic issue, but a fundamental threat to the democratic fabric of society. When a small group of individuals or corporations hold the majority of the wealth, they also hold disproportionate influence over political decisions and policies. This influence can manifest in various ways, from lobbying efforts to campaign contributions, all aimed at shaping legislation in their favor. He argues that this concentration of wealth and influence allows corporations and the elite to exert undue influence over political systems, regulatory bodies, and international institutions. This undue influence often results in policies that favor the wealthy and powerful at the expense of the general population. For instance, tax policies may be designed to benefit the rich, while social programs that support the poor and middle class are underfunded or cut altogether. Regulatory bodies that are supposed to oversee industries and protect public interests may be co-opted to serve corporate interests instead. This, he contends, undermines democratic processes and leads to policies that prioritize profit over people and the planet. The environmental impact of such policies is also significant. Industries that prioritize profit often engage in practices that are harmful to the environment, contributing to pollution, climate change, and the depletion of natural resources. These environmental issues, in turn, have far-reaching consequences for public health and the sustainability of our planet. Chomsky advocates for economic justice as a cornerstone of the common good. He believes that a fair and just economic system is essential for the well-being of society as a whole. Economic justice involves creating opportunities for all individuals to succeed and ensuring that wealth and resources are distributed more equitably. This can be achieved through various means, such as progressive taxation, social welfare programs, and policies that support small businesses and local economies. He supports policies that promote fair wages, worker rights, and the protection of labor unions. Fair wages are crucial for ensuring that workers can support themselves and their families, while strong worker rights and labor unions help to protect employees from exploitation and abuse. These measures contribute to a more stable and prosperous society where individuals have the opportunity to thrive and contribute to the common good, and a more equitable distribution of resources. Redistribution of resources is not about taking from the rich to give to the poor, but about creating a more balanced and fair society. This can involve policies that ensure access to education, healthcare, and other essential services for all individuals, regardless of their economic status. By investing in these areas, we can create a society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed and contribute to the common good. He challenges the prevailing neoliberal economic model, which emphasizes free markets, deregulation, and privatization. Chomsky argues that this model inherently exacerbates inequality and undermines the well-being of both people and the environment. Neoliberal policies often prioritize corporate profits over public interests, leading to a range of negative outcomes, from economic instability to environmental degradation. Arguing that it inherently exacerbates inequality and undermines the well-being of both people and the environment. By challenging this model, Chomsky calls for a re-evaluation of our economic priorities and a shift towards policies that promote sustainability, equity, and the common good. This involves not only addressing the symptoms of economic inequality, but also tackling its root causes, such as corporate influence and the concentration of wealth and power. The role of media in shaping public opinion is another key theme in Chomsky's discussions with Barsamian. Chomsky argues that corporate media often serves as a mouthpiece for powerful interests, framing narratives in ways that benefit the elite and marginalize dissenting voices. He criticizes the media's tendency to focus on sensationalism, entertainment, and superficial coverage, often at the expense of in-depth analysis and critical reporting on issues that truly matter. Chomsky stresses the importance of media literacy, urging individuals to critically evaluate information, seek out diverse perspectives, and support independent media outlets that prioritize truth, transparency, and accountability.